Welcome to another episode of Fight Stories, Knuckleheads. This one is called The Bucket List Fighter. Remember, we do this every Tuesday. It's a story from either me or a fighter or a coach. and I hope you enjoy and gather something from this story, The Bucket List Fighter. So I'm taking you guys back to September. I believe it's 2018, FightersRep for our last MMA event before we transitioned into what I really love, which is kickboxing. For that event, I had a guy sign on to fight, about 40 years old. Name is Gabriel Valverde. And you can look him up on the FightersRep channel right here when you're done with this story and watch his fights. He signed on to fight. You know, it's an amateur fight at the time, amateur MMA. He's about 40 years old. I'm okay with it. You know, if guys want to fight, I'm not going to tell them no because of their age. You shouldn't do that. And I found him a match. With about the same record, but the kid obviously was much younger than him. I mean, we're talking about amateur MMA here. So, you know, I offer both sides the fight. They're both okay with it. I'm okay with it. The commission's okay with it. And it's on. Now, when we show up for the fight, we're at the venue. You know, the cage is set up. I've got Chris Lieben as a guest commentator that night. He sees Gabriel Valverde and his opponent walk in to the cage, and he says to himself, you know, he must be saying to himself, wow, this guy's, you know, a bit older, because he's commenting on the situation, commentating, and he's saying that, you know, maybe this is a bucket list thing for this guy, but good for him. He's going out there and you know, he's working towards something. I mean, just really obviously, you know, age-specific commentary from Chris Lieben here, talking about Gabriel Valverde and saying how, you know, this is probably a bucket list thing for him and so on and so forth. So anyway, I believe everybody's watching the fight probably expecting the younger guy to win. The bell rings, and literally, knuckleheads, I mean, Gabriel Valverde, who's a very nice, very religious guy, who I think at some point probably grew up in a rough neighborhood, and found religion, and maybe that's how he found his way out, just turned into an absolute savage as soon as that bell rang. Sprinted basically at his opponent and just flurried him and got him out of there. I mean, within a minute, I think the guy was out. And the referee was stopping the fight. So really, I mean, kind of shut everybody up and kind of, you know, blew up everybody's you know, incorrect bias against him by just absolutely obliterating this kid that was, you know, probably half his age, 10 to 15 years younger than him. I said to myself, wow, I mean, it was pure entertainment. Few months go by, we transition to, you know, a striking event. Gabriel Valverde hits me up again. I'm not going to say no to this guy now. I got a guy that's 40 years old, basically, and that wants to smash younger guys. And I'm not going to say no to the guy. You know, he's an all-action kind of guy. So I said, heck yeah, let's do it. I find him an opponent. The opponent is, again, much younger than him. But this opponent is a lot more sturdy, I would say, on the feet. And plus, it's a striking match, so, you know, there's no going to the ground. These guys got to stand and bang it out. Again, Gabriel Valverde goes out there and just starts flurrying on the guy. The guy, you know, returns the favor, and we have like an all-out brawl for 3 rounds. Again, you can just search for it right here on the channel, Gabriel Valverde. You'll see both fights. They just go at it from, you know, round 1 through, I believe it was round 3, where Gabriel hits the guy and he turns around. And, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but if you turn around in combat sports and there's a referee in there that actually knows what they're doing, they're going to stop the fight. And so that is what happened. And Gabriel Valverde, again, at like 40 years old or something like that, got the finish for the second time in a row at a FightersRep event against a kid that's half his age, man. Listen, you would never know it by speaking to Gabriel Valverde that he's such a savage. He definitely, looks like a pretty tough guy. But he's so polite, such a religious guy, such a nice guy. But this is a dude from the streets. At some point, I believe this is a dude that grew up in a rough neighborhood. And it just goes to show you, that especially in the fight game, you can never judge a book by its cover. And if you're going out there messing with people, if you're going out there messing with random people because maybe they look a little bit older or they look a little bit soft to you, man, watch out, because you could very potentially run into a guy like Gabriel Valverde who will fight you to the death, okay, and who seems to take a shitload of pride beating the shit out of guys half his age. So knuckleheads, that's my story for today. I've really enjoyed promoting the guy in Gabriel Valverde. I'm not sure if he's going to come back. I believe he's hinted at coming back. I would actually love to see him take maybe a couple more amateur fights and then go pro, because, man, I do think he's talented. He's got a lot of heart. I felt like even though he fatigued a little bit in the last fight, his opponent was also fatigued, and I don't think you could avoid fatigue at the pace they were going at. And I just got a lot of respect for the guy, man. I would be, listen, if you're serious about this sport, I'm serious about you. So that's the way I feel as a promoter. Hope you guys enjoyed the story, and I hope you guys will go and watch Gabriel Valverde's fights on this channel. If you like this story, let me know below. Tell me what you think of the story. After you write that in the comments below, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, the bell notification icon, and then join. Don't just subscribe to the channel by smashing the subscribe button, but join for just $5 a month. You can help me continue to build this channel and FightersRep Promotions and continue to allow guys like Gabe Valverde to live out their dreams and compete, right? You'll also get access, if you do the $5 a month, to discounts on FightersRep merchandise in the link below, which will help me continue to build the channel as well. You'll get access to our meetings at the first of every month, members-only meetings, which we're going to put out the first one tonight, even though it's the second. I'm a little late, but we're going to put that out tonight. And you get access to our live pay-per-view events, man. Just $5 a month. Help me create a fantastic promotion and channel, and help me somehow do this for a living. I'd greatly appreciate it, guys. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this one. It's an entertaining one, especially if you go back there and watch Gabe's fights.